Hello everyone, I'm Milo. I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to be playing rare fan games that are demakes of their other works, and you'll see what I mean as I continue. But before we start, first of all, I'm joined on commentary by BananaMeteor again. Hello.
Hello, hello. Good to be here.
Cool. Can I call you your name on stream? Is that okay?
I don't mind in the slightest.
Great.
Whatever is more comfortable for you.
It seems it's a bit more natural to me, I think. Also, it's shorter.
That's true.
So this is Julie, and Gibbon is here as well. Again, multi-streaming it, but that's cool. Yeah, so today I'm going to be playing rare games, but because we've been doing so much Donkey Kong Country, the Trilogy streams recently, I need to cover this up top because this is the last chance I'm going to have to do it before I move on to non-rare streams. This is not strictly a demake, but here we are. I won the contest. Ooh.
Yay!
So
I am honestly I don't mean this in a mean way. I didn't expect you to win, mostly because of the language barrier when it comes
yeah,
to all the riddles. But damn, you
that
did it.
that was a problem. But I tried to work through it. They posted hint number 3 today, and using the info in that hint, I went back. After each hint, I've been loading up the game and trying different things to see if I can find the secret, or segredo da banana perdida, the secret of the lost banana. And today I finally did it. I'm going to show you the video of my winning entry. Oh, VLC couldn't start. Why is that? Is that because I tried to update it and it failed today? All right, hold on.
So just because I'm curious,
yes.
What did the last hint roughly translate to? You
Oh,
figured that one
yeah.
out so quick that I didn't get to ruminate on that one.
That's right. Julie's been helping me out. She has a friend who can speak Portuguese. So this was the last hint. I've entered it into DeepL. From above, I can see you, and there where it all begins, there's a process to be done, but don't be in a hurry. The bridge is not the way, no strength, not even a prayer. The secret involves a little way, take the banana and start. So based on some of the clues there, I was like, it's probably the first level. From above, I can see you. There's treetops right above you when you start the level. And there's a process. I've tried a few different processes on that level, but that clued me in on something I could try. Now, I'm still not really 100% sure of the exact winning conditions for this to happen, but I'll show you what I did. Is it this one? No. Sorry, I'm trying to capture the window of the video. Nope, that's not it. That's so weird. I didn't think this would be so hard to show a video on a stream, because it's a little finicky to get it to work. So instead of trying it again in the game, I'll just show you the video that I recorded of me doing it, basically. Oh, cool. So Jeff's here, Cam's here, and Wolf is here as well. Wolf made some of the games that I'll be playing today. Before I get to the playing of the games, I just needed to cover at the top of the stream the fact that I won the contest for Donkey Kong Country, the Trilogy, today. Why can't I find the window? Okay, I guess I'll just play the game and show you what I did. Yep, I'll do that. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it live. Sorry, I just shouted into the microphone.
No, it's fine. For me, it's like 11:30 here, so I probably can't do any shouting, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool that you pieced this all together.
Yeah. Mitch is embarrassed about the games he made. Well, I'll get to them in a minute. They're the first ones I'm going to play after this. This will only take a few minutes. Yeah,
so now you're a part of this game's history forever now. That's
I guess so. Yeah, I'm not the first to get 105%, I'm pretty sure, but this particular unique contest I was the first one to submit my winning entry to it, despite the language barrier, despite the Portuguese language. So it's pretty simple. You go into level 1. I'll show you exactly what I did, and I don't know which of the conditions that I did to fulfill it. First, I threw Diddy up here, and I play Ass Donkey. Just have a look at what's up here for starters. A red balloon over there, and that's it. I jump down here, and there's a warp barrel. That takes me to the end of the stage. I grab this single banana. I think one of the hints mentioned a single banana. And then I backtracked through the whole stage. And while doing that, I made sure not to grab anything or defeat any enemies. Not because I know that that's necessary, but because I am unsure what the trigger is. So I did it once without, like, by being a bit more careless, and it didn't spawn, I think. So by being more careful... Oops, well, I killed that guy. I hope that's not a problem.
It might be.
Oops. Oh, okay.
I think one of the hints mentions that, like, you don't want to hurt anything, but, like, hey, maybe I'm wrong, so.
Oh, maybe so. I'll have to review them again, because I definitely missed something. Yeah.
My Portuguese friend says congratulations, by the way.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Very excited for you.
Yeah.
Good to have access to that, because I only know English, and I tried to learn Spanish once, and I was very bad at it, so it doesn't seem like other languages are for me.
Oh, well, I think it's just practice. I think anyone can do it.
Yeah, I'm sure if I stuck with it, I'd get somewhere, but I certainly don't take to it.
Oh, you know, I think I did grab a banana bunch once, so it might be the enemies thing is the real key. Oh no, I did it. I killed the guy.
It's okay, you've already won. No pressure. Take your time.
That's the, yeah, that was part of the third hint actually, is take your time. Don't rush it. So good advice. Yeah, now that you mention it, it might be the killing the enemy thing, so let's try and focus on that. They should be uploading my video soon to the Facebook page. They said they would do that. Yeah, I've just come off a long conversation with the two head developers, Tiago Leal and Andre Silva. Very, very nice guys. They were very complimentary, saying, "Oh, we admire your dedication and stuff."
That's so sweet of them too.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if they expected an English speaker to win it. Probably not.
Probably not. Most of the commenters on the post were Portuguese, from what I could tell. Oh, I killed the snake.
It's harder to be pacifist than you think.
Yeah. Who would have thought? I don't even know if this is the right condition, but it's what I'm trying right now. I don't think that counts. I think I've done that before. I hope. Ugh. I'm so embarrassed that I couldn't play that video. That's really stupid.
Don't worry about it. I don't think anyone minds seeing it live. Yeah, I think on your submission you managed to barely get any collectibles and not kill anything, so hopefully it's not, like, collectible related as well.
Oh, that's right. I posted it on Discord. I could just load up Discord and play the video there. Alright, here we go. So, I'm up on the treetops at the very start of the level again. There's the one-up balloon, and there's the special secret. It's a golden balloon, and it gives you 999 lives, and that's the secret. Woo! So yeah, I think the pacifist run is the key. Great.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
So yeah, because of that, I've won the prize money, which is 500 reals, the Brazilian currency, and yeah, they're gonna post about it on their social media channels. So amazing stuff. It's very surreal to be recognized by the developers in that way. So yeah, it's a very strange day.
You've been trying so hard since hint number 1. Like every day, you've just been like combing through this and being like, "What's the secret?" I know you thought it was the barrel thing for a while, but that must have just been like some weird physics.
Yeah, there's a weird barrel wall on level 3. One of the other things I tried was there's a cliff just before the Ramby crate, so Ramby can't backtrack through that part. But if you bring a barrel and place it down, in this game, there's a mechanic where you stand on top of barrels. And you grab Ramby, you can jump on the barrel and then climb up on top of the cliff and then backtrack with Ramby. So I was using Ramby to try to break down walls earlier in the level, but no dice.
Now, do you need to have 105% to do this trick, or could you just start a new file and let it be there?
I think probably not. I think you could do it straight off the bat. And yeah, the other thing about how tricky it was, when I was secret hunting, what I usually did was kill all the enemies in the level and then start looking. So if the secret is you have to not kill anything, then that's really tricky.
Pretty funny in hindsight, though.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's start playing the games that I was here to play today on the stream. I've got some notes about it. Yep. Okay. So previously on the stream, I've played, in recent streams, I've played games like BKPC, an early Banjo-Kazooie fan game that you could call a Demake because it's more primitive in style. It's a top-down 2D instead of 3D. I played Bear and Bird, which was sort of conversion of a Banjo-Kazooie style thing to a ZX Spectrum type 2D platformer. I've also played Jet Pico 8, which is a remake of Jetpack in the Pico 8 engine. So today I'm following up on some of these. Oh, I actually need to run this in the browser. Yes, that's right. I didn't set that up beforehand, sorry. I'll just load that up so you can play.
I think you have a good excuse for not being as prepared as you could have been.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes before the stream started. Suddenly I'm getting tons of Facebook messages from these two Brazilian guys. This one. Nope. Oh, the window capture always has an old tab on there, so it doesn't recognize it properly. Okay, here we go. Time for the good stuff. All right, so Mitch Wolf is here in chat. Good to see you. He, in 2018 and 2019, was experimenting a lot with making Pico 8 games, and the first one I'm going to play is this one, Yooka-Jelpi, which is a game that he made for the contest. It's actually another contest entry. Playtonic, when they were in the pre-release period for Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, had a sort of fan art contest called Pick Me Phoebe. And if you submitted something that then Daley Johnson, who was the community manager at the time, was sort of running this on social media, and she's the voice of Phoebe in the game. So it's like you want her to pick your thing. That's the idea. And
what
if you,
coincidence.
yeah,
I also entered this one. I don't
oh
know
cool,
if you entered this one as well.
I didn't know.
Did this entry end up winning?
I don't think so. I think Cameron's did.
Yeah, I think
I should show some of the other entries actually. What's yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I made a colored pencil drawing where they were all sitting at a tree stump and they were having a bee party, which is like a tea party, but more honey related. And it was before I really did much on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Where,
It was one of like my earliest posts because I was just like getting into doing the social media thing. But
yeah,
like, you might want to put a underscore in between BananaMeteor.
Oh yeah, okay. Good point.
Because there's some Asian dude who's got regular BananaMeteor for whatever reason. So what can you do?
This one. What? This is so stupid. Well, why don't you send me that in Discord
no.
if you can find it?
Here, I'll find it in Discord.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
sure
be
I just
great.
have it saved on my PC somewhere.
This is Cameron's entries. Yeah, Cameron was one of the entry. Okay. Yeah, so Wolf's didn't win. Jeff says this entry won an honorable mention. But Cameron was one of the entrants. So this is Cameron's one, Cameron Regal. Awesome
We
artist.
all entered this shit. Jesus.
Hey, no
Just all
swearing on
hanging
my
out.
stream.
Yeah, right?
No swearing on my stream, please, Julie.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why it's
I
not
think I
working.
did a D word earlier as well.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, here it is.
Is that one okay?
Just keep it to a minimum. That's all right.
Okay. Okay. I'll
So
be good.
this
I'll
was
be clean.
thank you. This was Cameron's entry. It was a sort of Game Boy mock-up of a Rextro style game. This was inspired by Conker's Pocket Tales. This was, I think, a bit of Donkey Kong Land action, and maybe Super Mario Land style genre-defying minigames. Yeah. Oh, Cam's linked me to it, which I think is the one I'm currently looking at. Yes, it is. Cool. Gibbon says she did a similar sort of thing as well.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let me see.
It's so funny how like I didn't know you guys when I submitted this, and now of course like we're just all deeply into the DKU, so like we would all be here, you know.
I'm so glad you guys are dropping links to this in chat. It helps me out a lot. This is Jeff's entry. He made a board game. He's a huge board game enthusiast, so he used those skills to create an Impossible Lair board game, which is a really cool idea.
That's lovely too, because later they did make the Yooka-Laylee tabletop game. So
Oh gosh, yeah.
That all came full circle.
And so in the game, there were these battalion characters, and they're all named after dev staff or other people, and contest winners got a bee named after them. So you can find Cameron Beagle and Jeff. I remember Cameron Beagle, but I don't know the rest. Have you found yours yet?
Yes, I have. I couldn't find the image on my PC, but I did find the link to it on Twitter, so I'll drop that.
Awesome.
And I did end up runnering up on mine.
Oh, cool.
Of course, looking back on it now, I'm like, I wish I'd spent more time on this. So I could have done a little better. But I enjoyed doing the little tea party for them all.
So there's Julie's bee party. So having said all that, this was Mitch's entry to the contest, a game. It's built on a sort of default game that's included with the Pico 8 program. But he's added new mechanics and some new graphics. So let's play it. I can full screen that. Oops. Does that work? Does that look okay?
Just behind a little bit. Yeah, it looks okay to me. Looks
Great.
Okay, full screen.
So we'll press X for story and instructions first. Looks like Yooka and Laylee need a bit of help with the Impossible Lair. They need to recruit bees to aid them in their plight, but they've checked all the usual places. Bees? I know where a couple bees might be hiding, said their old pal, Rextro. That's a very cute Rextro, by the way. They in old...
These really minimalistic sprites.
Yeah.
So cute.
They in old
They
Pico
remind me
8
of,
game.
They remind me of what you make, too.
Oh, thank you. I did do a Yooka-Laylee pixel art, but I don't think I submitted it to the contest. Yeah. They an old Pico 8 game. It called Jelpi, and one of my favorites, Rextro explained, bouncing with glee. I don't love the sound of that one bit, groaned Laylee. Isn't that one of those 8-bit games? Hang on, Laylee, said Yooka. We don't have a lot of other options. We should do it. Yay, squealed Rextro. It easy, you guys. All you have to do is get quills. Beat minions and win. I can hardly wait, said Laylee, rolling her giant eyes so hard she gave herself a headache. Come on, Laylee, said Yooka, stepping up to Rextro's Pico 8 console. Let's get this over with. Break the glass beehive.
Wolf says you were a reference for the art style that they chose to do for this.
Oh, thank you.
So cool.
Yeah, I remember when he was posting the sort of work in progress sprites that you see here on screen. It's hard fitting detail into a very few amount of sprites. I can definitely relate. Okay, let's play the game. Oh my gosh. Is it supposed to look like that? Anyway, there's a double jump mechanic, which is something new that Mitch added on top of Yelpy. Otherwise, I think he said that some of the graphics and the level designs are just taken from Yelpy, and he would have changed more if he'd had more time.
Right. I mean, listen, there's no shame in this. This is a high effort submission.
It kind of looks shaky on my screen. I think it's actually fine on the stream, but it looks weird on my screen for some reason.
It's coming through crisp.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we got the quills here. Oop, can't quite make that. Ha! Nailed it. Now, can I go back? Yes. I love double jumps in games. Anytime that's a mechanic, I'm just on board straight away.
Tell me about it.
How do I get in there?
Great.
Oh yeah, rolling. I forgot all about rolling. I don't know if I can get back up actually now, so I'll just have to leave those ones. As in Impossible Lair, you roll to break through boxes, and I've missed that one as well. I can also roll to defeat enemies. I love these sprites. They're amazing. Oh! Messed that up. Oh. Okay.
Quills read really well too for being quills in such a small space.
Yeah. Mitch, is there a reward for getting all the quills, or should I not be completist about this?
It was so nice to see a media contest too, where it wasn't just strictly art related, where they were like, yeah, just submit anything.
Mm.
If you have talent in whatever thing you do, put it in there and we'll look at it.
I was a little worried about Capital B there, but I think he's only in the background.
Now I'm watching with stream muted. Does this have music for it?
Yes. Oh, I missed that other quill again. Oh well. But it is the default music that's already in Yelpy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, these guys gave me some trouble. Yeah.
I feel like something by Tater Tot Tunes would be like perfect for this, but then of course it wouldn't be like a one-person submission.
Goal! And there's the glass beehive. Smash! You got 34 quills. You got Bee-Tallion Hive Russell. Hive Russell sounds like a reference to Hyle Russell of DK Vine. Try to get 35 quills for a second Bee-Tallion. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there is just the one level, but you get a second reward for getting all the quills. I'm gonna do it. 100% run, just like in DKC the Trilogy. I'm gonna get everything. Absolutely everything, even the super secret bonus secret that nobody else got. Should go down first.
No
Oops.
worries, Wolf. Don't let me shame you about it. I didn't win either, so what can you do, you know?
Oop. Ah. You can always go back and add music now. It's not too late. A lot of people do that for like game jam games. Maybe they miss out on adding something they wanted to before the contest deadline. Then they go back and do a last update afterwards. But yeah, you don't have to.
Really love the book in the background too, the big book.
Yeah, the Grand Tome.
The one book, perhaps.
Oh no, I forgot again. Again, I forgot. Can I get back up? I don't know if I can. Oops. This is just so charming, though. So I don't mind playing it again. No, I can't believe I failed that again. Oh well. You know what this reminds me of? Eversion. That was a weird little game.
How about that one?
Yeah, it's like a freeware PC game from, you know, more than a decade ago. Where it's all really cutesy, but it's one of those games where after a certain point, things start getting surreal and horrific.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so roll, jump. Oh, roll double jump. Yes. You can actually get good momentum. Yeah, basically. You place a cute little flower and then as you go on, suddenly things get nasty.
So kind of like a Doki Doki literature club sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. I've heard of that. Oh, that's certainly a bug. Okay.
Yeah, that one is kind of infamous for it being rough.
There's the 35 quills. I also got Davy John Sting, a reference to Daley Johnson, of course.
Wonderful.
Oh, Mitch said that I can get that extra quill up there after you drop down. I couldn't manage it. Maybe by going over the wall on the other side. Anyway, I did it. That's the 100%. Yeah, that's the extent of Yooka-Jelpi. So great job, Mitch. That was a lot of fun. Very cute little game. Stop. Yes. Okay. But there's another game here by Mitch that we can play. First of all, Santa Can't Breathe on Mars. I'm not going to play that, but hey, go check it out. There's a lot of cool Pico 8 stuff out there, and Mitch is responsible for at least 4 different Pico 8 games. He says, thanks for playing that. That's the first time I've seen this game in like 2 years. Yeah, no worries. I was happy to. It fit perfectly with today's theme of Demakes. Actually, what spurred this stream was a few weeks ago, Gibbon suggesting this Sea of Thieves Demake as something I should play on the stream since I've been playing other rare fan games as well. So I lumped it together with some other stuff that we'll see in a minute. So yeah, we all know Sea of Thieves. Maybe we do. It's the big,
I hope so. It's
the hot new rare game. I don't know. Classic rare fans might be dismissive of it. I know I am. Lol. Yeah, what if instead of a big budget multiplayer 3D game, it was a tiny little 2D sprite-based game? That's the concept here. Actually, let's read some of this. Have fun sailing around my little map. Something that is highlighted here is the radial menu, which I'll show. And also should be noted that it was labeled a work in progress, a 0.1. This is an early demo. Mitch didn't continue development after this, but this is what exists right now. A list of things that he wants to add, but yeah, who knows? All right, so
It looks very wholesome.
it is extremely cute. All right, that's right. You can't just move your ship around, you know. That's something the description says. You need to use this radial menu to pick the different functions that you can do. So what we're going to do is activate the sails, adjust the sails with X, and you have to tack into the wind, of course. Oh, that's right. On top of sails, there's actually a rudder function. Where's that? Wheel mode. Steer the wheel. So now I'm turning this way and then swap back to sails. This is a kind of, an approximation of the mechanics of Sea of Thieves, where there's a lot of different functions on the ship and you have to juggle them all, whether it's by yourself, multitasking, or with a crew, each handling different functions. It's just me today. So I'm in the Devil's Shroud, which is why everything's gone red. That's because I left the map. I'm turning my wheel back to straight, and so I can sail back into the map zone. So we're in the map. I've run aground on an island. Oops, gone too far. Have to turn around now. This is trickier than it looks.
Trust me, it looks tricky, so I can only imagine. So I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit, Milo. Do you not like Sea of Thieves?
It's not my thing.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I'm not that into multiplayer games. I don't really know if my PC could handle it, and I don't have an Xbox. And like a lot of people got an initial bad impression from it, and I do count myself among that. But being so plugged into the Rare community, I do acknowledge that it has improved tremendously since it was first launched.
Yeah.
So now that I'm near an island, I'm gonna drop the anchor. Did that work? I can't tell.
I can't tell either because I'm lagging behind. I'm in a similar zone with Sea of Thieves where I acknowledge that it's very good, and I'm so glad that it's kind of really reinvigorated the passion in Rare. Like everyone working on it seems so happy that they're working on it.
Well
But
said.
it's not my go-to for characters or a universe from Rare that I really enjoy.
Yeah. My impression is that a lot of the universe is built out through expanded material, so there's comics and novels that expand the lore, but they have been adding things in game, stories, story mode mission things. I'm not sure. Mitch, is there a mechanic? You might have run out of functions. Is there a landing mechanic, or is it just that? Is that it? First mate, Pico 8, remaining crew. Things have seem to be drawn off screen. I wonder if I broke the game. The cannons didn't work either.
Yeah, unless that's one of those hollow maps that kind of projects the words. Doesn't look like it should be like
like in
that.
Fallen Order. Yeah.
Just like on guard.
Mitch, what else can I do in the game that's actually implemented as a mechanic? Let me see. I seem to be sailing directly over islands, so I don't know if landing is something I can do. He says there's not a working landing mechanic, nor cannons, just sails, wheel, and anchor for now. You've basically seen it all. Okay, cool. So some of those options are placeholders. But yeah, it's essentially a proof of concept of how a game like this could work on the Pico 8 system. And at that, it's very successful and a very nice little thing. So well done. Yeah. Cool stuff. I've told Mitch he should set up an itch page and publish some stuff there, but I don't think anything he's made he feels like it's finished enough to like quote unquote release. I think actually he does have an itch page. I recall that there's a visual novel that he put on there that's a conversation between Sonic the Hedgehog and George Gershwin on the nature of public domain and copyright. Very interesting stuff.
Woo.
If I remembered the name of it, I would tell you. I think it's Rhapsody in Blue Hedgehogs. Thank you, Brain.
What a great title.
But having done that, let's move on now. So that's Mitch's Pico 8 stuff wrapped up. Thank you, Mitch. The next game... Sorry,
I'm
go
sorry
on.
I keep interrupting.
No, I'm not used to having someone else talking, so I often just fill the space.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say, even if they're not finished projects, you can tell you've put a lot of work into all of these, and they're really interesting to noodle around in. So yeah,
absolutely,
it would be cool to make a page of them.
Yeah, for now, his page on Lexaloffle is where you can find all those projects. All right. The next game I'm going to play is another demake of Sea of Thieves called Thieves at Sea. This is Supposed to be in the style of a Game Boy Color game. It's not an actual Game Boy Color cartridge.
Wow, I love this title screen.
Yeah, isn't it cute? Yeah, actually, Mitch is telling me I got the name right. Rhapsody in Blue Hedgehogs. Go check that out. And yes, enter. I should have my my Joy to key set up. I've got my controller right here on my lap, but I'm not using it.
I love that really gross, like, old color palette where you've kind of got, like, the reds and the greens. And, like, a very limited palette. But,
Yeah.
It's such a style now.
It's one of those... I think it's one of the default looks that you can get if you're playing Game Boy games on a Game Boy Color. Does this work? What? Wait.
That sounds right to me, because right now the palette is reminding me of Conker's Pocket Tales, so...
Oh, it's WASD. That's why I've got it wrong. Okay. What are the keys? I can't even select because I don't know how to select to tell me what the controls are. Okay, there we are. WAS to move, E pick up item, J interact, K set direction. All right. I'm going to make sure that's set up on my controller because playing for too long with a keyboard is bad for my wrists.
I like how you have tagged yourself as playing Sea of Thieves. That's
Oh yeah, I did
correct.
do that. Yeah, Twitch doesn't have like options for tiny fan games, so I just picked the closest approximation.
Someone's gonna like pop in here for the most
direction.
recent Twitch drops and be like, "What the heck is this?"
Okay. J, E. Okay. So I just have to set up the controls such that I can... Oh, and enter. I think... Yeah, enter's already there. All right. All right, let's play this. This is a 2018 game. It's... Yeah, there was a contest called Demake Jam. Oh, yeah, his credits in the game. That's lovely. Programming by Nimi Kitamura. Art by Voxy Buns. And music and SFX by Gumblocker Locker, or Jack the Tickler is their other name.
Ooh. Spooky name.
So this was made for a game jam called Demake Jam, which is a good source of games for today. But they didn't actually complete it on time, unfortunately. So this was like released after the contest. It has both ship-based content and on-foot gameplay. Now, what are my options here? I want to talk to people, but I only have a sword. What about the book? Again, this is...
It's a lot like
there
Pokemon.
it is. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, the sprite
Yeah.
style. I don't have an ongoing quest. Much like Mitch's game, there's a menu with different functions that you use. So I've got bananas for health. Since I'm in a pub, I'm not going to be going around threatening people, but I don't know if I can talk to them. I put the right keys in, right? I don't know, whatever. Pistol and blunderbuss are separate. I guess they work differently. Okay. So this is that cute pub in the game that's built in a wrecked ship. I'm sure one of our chatters can tell us the name of that from the actual game.
I wish it was me. It's not me.
Oh.
I'm the same as you. For all my rare clout, I know way less than I should about Sea of Thieves, but I'd always like to learn more.
Cool, cool, cool. So there is direct control of the ship. That was Sailor's Cove. And yeah, you can just swim into the ocean. That's amazing. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be like Pokemon. Rocky
What's
Blade.
that little icon? Is that a landing icon when you get close to shore?
The J. Yeah, that's J, the interact button. So
Okay.
that probably means that I can land there. I'll just explore the map a little bit first. Maybe one of the Sea of Thieves aficionados in chat can recommend a place for me to go out of the ones available. Isle of Riches, that sounds pretty good. You can't go into the Devil's Shroud in this version. Deathly Shores, oh no, I don't want to go there. Sounds dangerous. And Golden Stacks, wow, 2 treasure-based islands. And 2 dangerous sounding islands. Let's go to Isle of Riches first. So we've docked. It looks like there's not much you can do on the ship in terms of mechanics. And this island is so small. Okay. I'm using my shovel but not finding anything. Getting a bit of Link's Awakening vibes here.
Just clicking on things and hoping something happens. Is this it?
I used to have Oracle of Ages and Seasons on the Game Boy Color, and when you get the shovel in that, you can dig up any tile of ground, and sometimes you get a bunch of rupees. So I would spend a long time just digging every spot of the entire ground space of different rooms in the game. It was intense.
That's like what I do in like Animal Crossing too. Just make an absolute field of holes. And be like, yeah, come to
Oh
my
no,
world.
no.
Great.
I would hate that in Animal Crossing. I don't want to mess up the town.
I know, right?
In Zelda, as soon as you leave the screen, all the holes disappear.
You ever visit someone's town in Animal Crossing where they just use their like the outside as like their storage and they just throw stuff on the ground and you're just like, why do you live like this virtually? You don't need to.
There's a huge wardrobe space. Okay,
I
Jeff,
know.
Jeff, who by the way runs the Golden Sands Sea of Thieves blog for all the news and updates on the game, has recommended me something to do. Can you get a voyage from someone at the outpost? This is a good call. I checked my book before and it specifically said that I don't have any quests, so that's a good point. I'll try harder to interact with these people. See, when I select the book and use it, it says you don't have an ongoing quest. Go find one at the outpost.
Would you look at that? Golden Sands blog post was already following me, and now I'm following back. All is right in the world.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk to people, so I don't know how to get a quest. I can attack with my
There's gotta be a way
sword.
to interact.
I know, right?
I feel like none of the items you have are conducive to talking, so it's got to just be like a button
Oops.
on your keyboard that you haven't pressed yet, I think.
Yeah, I was going to go back to the title screen to check the controls menu. WASD move, pick item, interact, set direction. Set direction. Yeah, so interact, maybe. That would be this button, which currently is sword, and interact with sword is swipe sword. I wonder if I can like unequip it. Set direction sounds like it's got to have something to do with the ship, right? I wonder if they just didn't implement the quest stuff. I'll read the description on their itch page. In this game, you can explore 4 mysterious islands as you complete quests for the chest and skull merchants at the Sailor's Cove outpost. These quests can be either fighting skeleton waves and getting skulls, or solving riddles to find hidden treasure. I'd love to solve a riddle to find hidden treasure, but...
You're a riddle master. You're well versed in riddles.
Well, thank you. And speaking of which, DKC Trilogy just sent me another message. I'll read it later, because right now I'm doing a stream. I'm focusing on that. Oh, there's more. I see. There's more to this place. You cross the little water gap and there's another island mass here. So maybe there's some people over here, merchants. Mitch is impressed by this. He says, this looks so good. Here we go. I recognize this from like the one time I watched a DK Vine Sea of Thieves stream. There's like these tents. Sorry, what was that?
I
Oh.
didn't say anything, but
Oh.
if I did, I'd hope it was cool.
I think, yeah. Think you're a strong pirate? Get me a skull and I'll pay you nicely. Yes.
There you go, missions.
Let's take it.
Missions.
Quest 1. Aha, now hurry and get me that skull. You started a new quest. Check the captain's log for more details. So there you go. That's how it works. That's the game loop. So I'll check my log. Retrieve a skull from Deathly Shores. I can do that. Just have to trek over to my boat. Or ship, I should say. Yeah, Gibbon agrees. It's very charming. Yeah, you compared it to Pokemon before, and I think that's really the touchstone for the sprite design style.
Yeah, even the walk cycle reminds me so much of like just the walk cycle from Red Blue. I wouldn't be surprised if they reference that to get this going.
Oops, where's my boat?
And I just
There
love
it is.
sprite work. I'm so charmed by sprite work. It's one of the million mediums that I usually work in. So
Oh, you've done sprite art too?
I have my avatar on Discord is some Pretzel sprite
Oh,
art
that's
that I've made.
true. Yeah, it's very nice.
Thank you.
Blunderbuss.
I had a friend ask me if I would be doing more for Viva Pinata, and I should, but I feel like I just always have a million projects on my plate.
I don't understand the difference between the pistol and the blunderbuss. Let's try the sword. Boom,
Which
bam.
one do you have equipped right now?
Oh, I tried both. I can... This is the pistol.
Okay.
And this is the blunderbuss. Oh, the bullet goes further.
Well, that's something.
I wonder if I have a limit of bullets. Oh, this looks like a boss. I'm at my limit of bananas. Might as well eat one. Or two. Oh, there's so many. I gotta kite them. Oh! This skelly has a gun.
You know that Sea of Thieves is DKU because there's just a prominent amount of bananas.
Yes. It's another appearance of that well-known Donkey Kong character, the banana.
Created by Steve Mails.
Well, I'd say they first appeared in DK Jr.
The banana?
It might have been a different banana.
Okay.
All right. I beat the skelly captain or whatever, and I got a skull. So now I can go return that to the outpost and get my reward.
Oh man, he really just stood there while you wailed on him, but you know, if it works, it works.
He was shooting back at me, but I had better DPS, I guess.
You had better BPS, bananas per second.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where did I park? I'm sure this happens a lot in real Sea of Thieves too, but the key with that is that you have a 3D world and you can look to the horizon.
Right, or normally you have someone else who remembered better than I do.
Well, I do have chat. Chat, where did I park?
Was it up?
Might have been up.
I want to say you approached the island from above, but I could be wrong.
The ship's usually pretty close to the island, so I could just walk around the edge. There it is. Okay, let's turn that in, and then we can do one of the treasure riddles. Luckily, there's no ships to ambush me or other players to grief me on the high seas. The real game is all about the risk reward. You get a bunch of treasure, but you could lose it all in an instant. Aha, and it looks like you brought my skull. Here's your 150 gold coins reward. Doubloons, perhaps. I don't know. If you'd like, ye may do the quest again. No thanks. I'll go find the other quest vendor. There's different,
Now, is there anything to spend currency on in this game, or is it just kind of like aspirational?
That's a good question. I don't know. Presumably there might, like, if currency exchange was a mechanic, then there would be some vendor somewhere on this island, or this grouping of islands. Wait a minute. It's not capturing the audio. I'm getting your voice, but the music that is happening in the game is not coming through on the stream. Oh, it's just really quiet. Okay, I've turned it up. So you're going to have to talk a bit quieter.
Talk a bit quieter.
That's better.
I'll try to keep it down a bit, though, in general.
I think I can turn you down in Discord, because I turned you up last time, remember? I just have to find where that is. This one? Voice settings. output volume down to 100% instead of 200%.
Okay.
Okay, that should be better.
Hey, look, it's the ice key. And there's 2 of them.
Yeah, Jeff is telling me in chat, go to the tent on the hill, the Gold Hoarder tent. Okay, this is the Gold Hoarder tent, apparently. Think you're a worthy pirate? Fetch me a chest, and I'll pay ye nicely. I will do it. Yo ho ho! Now hurry and get me those riches. Started a new quest. That's my best pirate accent.
I think it's better than mine. So you're doing great.
Okay, here's our riddle. A chest of shining booty lies yon in the northeast sea. R. To break the lock and claim thine coin, a shovel be the key.
There you go. You're really getting into it now.
The northeast sea. Okay. That's simple enough. In fact, that's an extremely basic riddle.
You're like, I'm used to more complicated stuff. I don't have time for these childish riddles.
And yeah, sorry about the volume before, but people should be able to hear the in-game music now. It's quite nice. Wait, am I in the right place? I think I have to go further north. Swim. I hear the latest update is going to be adding something about merfolk, which I'm very keen on. I've done several streams worth of mermaid games. To break the lock and claim thine coin, a shovel be the key. Lock and key, eh? So this is the island in the northeast. So I'm looking for some kind of landmark where I would have to use my shovel to find the hidden treasure. And they're talking about a lock and key. I'm thinking that's a clue.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, I'll dig every spot like I did in Oracle of Ages, I swear it.
Hopefully it'll leave an icon, like a little hole, so you'll know where you've dug.
It's not.
Great! Even better.
Now, a big part of Sea of Thieves is the customization, so I'm disappointed that I can't change my little pirate sprite here, but it's an understandable limitation to just draw one. Perhaps if this were project was expanded as a concept, then you could add different hats and different colored clothes to wear and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there another island? Maybe not.
Just as an update on my promo pinatas, I hit up Amir because I love to know more about the stuff I have, and I know that he is the just source on rare merchandise. And Amir said he's never seen those before and doesn't have them in his collection. So, neat.
Huh. Yeah, so Julie just received today a promotional pistachio pinata that she bought. And it's a duplicate because she already had one. And the interesting thing is that they look quite different. There's little nuances in the design of the pinatas that make each one unique, apparently. So these were just promotional items for the first game, right?
Yeah, they were sent to GameStop, so I've heard, and they were just like hung in the store, but I think most of them threw them out because it's just a pinata, of course. But it's weird that I even stumbled into this one at all because I was messaging a guy about a different Viva Pinata promo that he had posted about like years ago. He was just looking for like a value check and like no one responded because this game is dead and there's like 3 people who care about him and one of them's me. But I messaged him and I was like, do you still have that old pinata? And like, if so, would you be willing to sell? And he was like, not only do I have that old one, but I also have this other one. And the other one was the Horstachio that I already had. And he was like, yeah, if you get both, I'll just give you a bulk deal. And I was like, well, I can't not. So.
I think I have a clue on the riddle here. It's talking about
Oh,
a lock
yes.
and a key, and by exploring the island, I realized that the layout of the island doesn't match what we see on the map here. So when I first dropped off, I was on this tiny little island here, and then went off to the main one on the left. And there was a little patch of land that represents the kind of keyhole on this chest. I thought that was probably a good place to try, and I tried digging there, but nothing came up. I'm gonna try a little bit harder, I guess.
Okay.
But just so you know what we're looking at, this is
Sure.
kind of the trunk of the chest, and these rocks represent the treasure inside, at least from the layout of it, which means this little patch is that kind of keyhole shape that we could see.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Aha! That's it! Once I've started digging it up, though, pirate skellies have spawned, so I have to defend myself. Oh, I've got surrounded, that's not good. Oof. What? Hang on. Oh, okay. So it took another dig from the right angle. I don't know. I had to be standing on the side or something. But I've nabbed the chest and I'm just going to leg it now.
Just getting it revealed was a little tricky. You kind of just had to walk around there and hope.
Yeah, just had to chance upon the right spot. But I was in the right place thanks to that riddle. And also, now that I can see the whole of Sailor's Cove and know that these match the in-game maps, that means the tavern is on this little island, and those other two structures, the Gold Hoarder tent and the whatever the other one is, are there. And judging by this, there's no other dwellings, so that means maybe no place to spend our money. But that's okay. So just a little demo.
Still a cool concept. I
yeah.
like what's here.
Yeah. So we're going to turn in our treasure at the Gold Hoarder's tent, and then maybe we'll move on to another game. Where is it? Up there. So, Sea of Thieves fans in chat, how good was this a replication of the experience of playing the main game? Oh, it's you. And it looks like ye brought my riches. Here's your 100 gold reward. If you'd like, you may do the quest again, matey. Jeff says, this is really, really cool. I'm happy with this. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's extremely cute and a well done little thing. So that'll do that. What's it called? Thieves at Sea. So we'll move on now. I've got other ones to play.
I love the legally distinct title.
Yeah, that's a fun part of these Demakes. In 2007, Derek Yu hosted a contest at TIG Source, the indie game source, called the Bootleg Demakes contest. And the two main rules were it has to be like a primitive demake of an existing game onto a like less technically proficient system, right? And the other one was it has to be like a pun title that doesn't use the words of the original one but changes them. I wish I could think of one to explain the concept. Like somebody made a Gears of War that was top down and it was Cogs of Battle or something like that. I made that one up. I don't remember what they are. Yeah, there was some cool stuff on there. Nothing rare related, unfortunately, but...
Oh, what a bummer.
Actually, it was 2008, but I do have one from 2007 that I'll play next.
Okay.
That I actually found because of TIG Source posts, but not directly related to that contest. So this is called Goldeneye 2D. It was originally published in 2008, but it was reposted more recently. Sorry, that's quite loud, so I'm turning it down again. It was reposted more recently on itch.io with updates to make it more compatible with modern systems. So just bring that up. Okay, it paused while I was minimized, so that's good. So, of course, Goldeneye W7 is one of Rare's most famous games, and it's a real crossover hit for them. Kind of outside the cartoony platformers that they're often known for. But they've made a lot of licensed games, especially back in the NES days. But this one is a side-scrolling version that... Oops. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, alright. I might actually want to change my controller back to keys to make this easier, because it's actually pretty difficult. Also, let me know about the audio balance. It's very loud in my headphones.
The way that this one looks too. This looks great.
Oh, I can barely hear you. I'm going to turn you up.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Sorry.
there we go. That's better. We're gonna have to make these adjustments. It's fine. Oops. There's our missions. There's these different objectives, of course.
Look at that, you got your little watch still.
Oops. What? Something's weird with the controls. That's alright, I'll just use keyboard. So yeah, this is, I guess, a recreation of Dam, the first level in Goldeneye. This is an alarm, you gotta shoot them out. That's one of our optional objectives. Well, I say optional, but you do have to do them. Because we're a proper secret agent.
I love the get hit animation on the enemies.
Yeah, this is really well done. It's very cute. And this is a game made in 2007. Oh, actually, I think there's a connection here. Yeah, so I was looking at the credits for this game. If I could pause for a second. Graphics by Thomas McCloskey, music by Eirik, and coding by Biss, who is also known as Svetob, which I don't think I actually mentioned, but is the creator of Super Kreml Kart that I played in the last stream. This was the Soviet mouse-controlled minecart game. So there's a connection between these two weird games that I played in subsequent streams, which was very funny to me.
Sweet, though. What a prolific game dev.
I guess so. Yeah. I should try and see if they've done any other stuff. But that would be probably years apart, I guess. Since this is a 2007 game, I think Super Kreml Kart was more recent.
Yeah. It's interesting how it seems like there's like all this green sprite work everywhere, but to differentiate the suit on your body, there's like just a touch of like a neutral gray. Just on you, though.
I died. Weird. My rank was Clob. Yeah, that's a good point. When I had some trouble running this earlier. Maybe I was running the wrong version of the game, but it runs very slow before, in certain conditions. I couldn't figure out what the difference was, but it's running fine now. But when I posted about how I was having trouble playing it, friend of the show, Michael Julius Peterson, another member of the Rare fan art community, he tried it out and he said that he was disappointed that it didn't conform to proper Game Boy coloration rules.
Oh.
All right.
I'm not intimately familiar with those, so I don't think that would upset me too much.
Let me find out what he said exactly.
I know that Shovel Knight, that was one of the things they really pushed for when developing that, but they did add some browns to the palette just because there's no way to make dark-skinned folks with the default palette for the NES.
Right.
So they took a bit of creative liberty there, and I think it worked out for the better.
Oh. Okay, so this is actually a cave story kind of system. For each kill you get, your bar on the bottom right fills up, and when you fill that up, your gun upgrades. But if you get hit, you lose you lose kind of weapon experience. So I was on the DD4 there for a bit, the DD44. I assume that the gun that I have right now is the PP7, which is the non-copyright version of the Walter PPK. Oops. All the guns in GoldenEye W7 that Rare made are based on real guns but have slightly different names compared to their real-life counterparts, if you didn't realize that.
To avoid lawsuits, I'm sure.
Yeah. Or something. Like the KF7 Soviet is the, oh gosh, it's the most famous gun in the world. What's it called?
You're asking the wrong person.
The Kalashnikov. What's it called? I don't remember.
Someone in chat's gonna have to bail you out for that one. I've never fired a gun. I've never held a gun. It would probably be hard for me to identify if something was a gun or not.
Oh, I hate guns.
Yeah, big same.
Yeah. Cameron in chat was complimenting the music arrangement, and yeah, totally agreed. The original soundtrack for GoldenEye is amazing. It's done by Grant Kirkhope, which, if you're familiar with his banjo work, it sounds quite different, but it's a great soundtrack. A lot of it, of course, is based on songs from the movies by whoever did those. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with who did that.
Oh, that's what I should do. Rapid fire as I go through here, and then when they get on screen, bang.
Now that Nintendo Switch Online has announced their N64 add-on, there's been a lot of talk in the communities I'm in about people wanting GoldenEye, but unfortunately with the licensing issues, it's not something I can see happen.
Fans will talk. Yeah, it's a big problem. You have to get at least three different parties to agree. Microsoft, Nintendo, and MGM, or whoever owns the Bond rights these days, because it recently got acquired by somebody else or something.
Great, it's even muddier now.
Yeah, there was a port to the XBLA of GoldenEye 007 in high definition and remastered and stuff that was basically finished. The KF7 Soviet, I've got it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it was never released because of these rights issues, but recently, like in the last year or so, that got leaked, so you can go and play a remaster of this game now. Oh!
I've heard it's like 80 or 90% done. It's like at a similar level to like N64 Dinosaur Planet, where it's just like pretty much a complete game that like they couldn't hash out the licensing issues.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Bummer, because from what I've seen, it's gorgeous. You can tell that like no one loves Rare games more than Rare, and like obviously they put their heart and soul into this, and they want their fans to play it, but just they can't get it to work out.
No. You have to be careful. As far as I can tell in this game, there's no health refills. I do have those 2 slots of body armor before the health starts getting taken out, but it's just aesthetic.
That's something that always drove me insane in Conker's Bad Fur Day multiplayer. That was there's no health pickups, so like, be careful.
Right. Yeah, your lives are disposable in that multiplayer.
Yeah, which is funny too, because the health bar is still reminiscent of the chocolate bar, and they have that beautiful model for the health of levitating chocolate, and like I guess they just didn't want to put it in.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh man, it's Oddjob throwing his hat. This is of course a sort of misnomer by Rare. They've conflated the characters of Oddjob and like Knick-Knack, I think. By making a short guy who also throws a hat. But, wow, I don't know if I'll get any further than that, so... Yeah, there's a lot of objectives to do, and it's quite long. I think I might move on there, so I can play another cool Demake game. That was GoldenEye 2D by... Oh, and I did find Julius's comment in chat. They don't stick to a true grayscale palette, which is a little bothersome. It ain't no James Bond 007 for the Game Boy. So there's a purist talking.
I'm probably a little less purist than that. To me, I see those washed out greens, and I'm like, ah, yes, Game Boy. So.
Oh yeah, it's certainly evocative of that, even if it's not
Yeah.
100% accurate. Okay, our next game is actually also based on GoldenEye, so we can keep talking about James Bond. This one is called Silver Tongue, which is in that bootleg kind of naming scheme.
Oh, instead of
Named
Goldeneye.
after a
That took
different
me. I
body
had to
part.
think about that for a hot second.
There you go.
Jeez.
You got it. Right. And I was going to say GoldenEye 2D, the last game I played, is by Perfect Run. So you can look up Perfect Run on itch and get it. This one's also on itch. It was published in 2014 by Erratic Vector Studios. James Taylor is the name of the creator there on the title screen. I tried to look up what else Erratic Vector had done. They apparently are based in Ireland, but all of their posts dried up at 2014 and their websites have gone down. So I guess they're defunct. This one was also for a kind of contest. It was made for Mini Ludum Dare number 50. And it's another version of GoldenEye, but from a different perspective. This one is top-down. And it has a map system sort of like Rogue or NetHack. It fills in as you can see the things, only it's not ASCII based. Now we click to shoot, and it's actually reusing sound effects from the 64 game. I could see the guard's vision cone there, which was interesting. And yeah, I'm using the mouse pointer to aim my gun and shoot while moving with WASD. So it's a fun little control scheme there. I'm using too many bullets, I don't need to.
I was spoiled by the visual prowess of the last one.
Yeah, that's fair. This one's a little more simplistic, but
Yeah.
I guess in a sense it's a game jam game, so you can't hold them up too high.
Right, with a
in
budget
standards.
of $0, like,
Well,
you,
yeah.
you did great.
Am I missing something here?
So I know you talked about Grant's really wonderful music for this game, and Rare has done a great job of putting out vinyls for a lot of their releases
Oh,
lately
yeah.
as vinyls get more popular. Unfortunately, because of the licensing issues with GoldenEye, Rare hasn't really been able to put out any merch, but as long as we're talking about fan-made things, there is a bootleg vinyl by a group called 2D Ninja that did a just wonderful job pressing it. It sounds great. They include all these little promo stuff with like a little pamphlet about like how Rare made GoldenEye, and like it's just like a really, you can tell that they care a lot about the source of it too.
That's amazing.
So if you're a vinyl person, definitely look into that. That's a neat one.
Yeah, and it's great that fans and unofficial stuff can be made when there's legal blockages for the official stuff.
Yeah, it never bothers me in that case, because obviously I please support Rare. Rare's a lovely company, and don't worry, with the amount that I spend on collectibles, I certainly am. But
I can't progress.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It's just
I ran out of
there's nowhere
bullets.
to go.
You have to press spacebar to open those switches back there, and I wasted all my bullets trying to shoot them when I should have saved a bullet for this lock. So now
I see.
I'm stuck, and this guy is refusing to shoot me. Anyway, what were you saying?
So sorry. I was just saying that it doesn't bother me to support fan stuff as long as you're still supporting the company too, and the company has no plans to make merchandise in that department. You know, you're not really taking any money away from Rare from purchasing something that they cannot hash out the rights to make. I think is what I'm trying to say. The gist of it.
Yeah, well said. Sometimes they take fewer bullets, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a headshot does more damage?
Half their body is the head, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, we've got DK mode on, apparently. So I read the instructions better on the title screen. You can hold right click to strafe. I don't really know what that does for you, what that benefits you when you can freely aim with the mouse in any direction anyway. But you can also middle click to reload, and that's it. And spacebar to interact as well, which I figured out. And yeah, you really don't need to stop and shoot all these guys. We've also lost that vision mechanic now. Oh, this must be the exterior of the dam, in which case maybe I just need to jump off here. There we go. Complete.
It's incredible
and that's
that you
the
worked
end.
that out. 'Cause I'm just looking at this and I'm like, this is squares.
Well, I've played Goldeneye a fair bit.
So just the top down, you're like, ah, yes.
I recognize what this is supposed to be. Yeah, I even played the remake from 2010 on the Wii, which takes a lot of liberties and changes a lot of things, but so it's like, yeah, very modern. Anyway, that's it. I got to the end of that level, and that's all that exists for Silver Tongue.
That's Silver Tongue.
That is it. What's the time? Yeah, actually, we're not too pressed for time, but there's a few more to get to.
I can probably do one more, and then I should probably head to bed because I'm supposed to go on a bit of a road trip in the morning. So
Awesome, no worries. In that case, the next game we play will be Vile Game. What do you think this is?
Does this have to do with Mr. Vile?
It does.
Oh, wonderful! I love Mr. Vile. What a treat. I like what a big jerk he is.
Okay, so Vile Game is by Is an Elegy from 2010. It's a recreation of the Mr. Vile minigame from Banjo-Kazooie. Collect as many green dots as you can before time runs out. Move with the arrow keys.
Green dots? We're the Yumblies.
Well, that's the thing.
Grumblies.
This is why this is a demake. It's a quite high resolution game, but when I show you what the in-game looks like, this is why it's a demake, because it's been remade with extremely basic graphics. And I thought that was a kind of cute way to make a game with this concept, but well, to do it if you don't have any skill at making graphics as well, that helps. But it's kind of,
I see.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how minimalist it is, I think.
Yeah.
I missed it switches between Yumblies and Grumblies, or green and red, and I wasn't keeping an eye on it well enough, so I actually failed quite badly there.
Oh, yeah, it switches pretty quick. You have
and I don't have the turbo trainers.
No. Seems a little too hard to program in. I always enjoyed in Banjo-Kazooie where it kind of slid off the screen for a moment, whether you were supposed to be targeting Yumblies or Grumblies, so you had a bit of time to react to that. But this is just kind of like an instant swap.
Yeah, so I found this and I thought it was really cute.
It's cute.
That's a different approach to a demake. It's not trying to act like a Game Boy game or anything like that. Instead, it's just stripping it down to the very minimalist look that it can. Ugh, look at that.
I wouldn't even know how to find this. This seems so like tangentially connected to Rare.
Well, I think what I did was I searched on itch for any games that were tagged as different like IPs of Rare. So, you're kidding me. We were tied. Tie goes to him. The orange cube.
I think that's true of is that true in Banjo-Kazooie as well, or does the tie
probably
go to you?
is.
I don't remember.
So this game doesn't actually have any tags, but I think what happened is it says Banjo-Kazooie in the description because it's saying it's based on the Vile Game from Banjo-Kazooie. So if you put in Banjo-Kazooie into itch, this is one of the things that comes up, so it caught my eye.
Oh.
And yeah, it's not like a Banjo-style adventure game. It's just one of the mini games in there.
Right.
Oops. I hate when it changes
All right,
just as you're grabbing one of them.
I'm not going to bed until you beat this cube, though. Gotta show Vile Cube what's what.
Um, did you see that? I was blocking the orange cube from getting to the grumblies on the other side. Pretty clever.
Ooh.
So I did win that round, but here's the twist for this game. There's extra rounds
Oh no!
with new level designs. So that's cool. This one's extremely open and wide, which could be a problem. Oh. No.
Seems harder to block that way.
Yeah. Can stick
this one reminds me a lot of the I hope I'm remembering the name right. The Dodgems Arena in Witchy World.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see it. Ugh. Yeah, gimme. Oh, it changed. Dang it.
I'm a lot less familiar with Tui than Kazooie, so if I ever say something wrong, it's just because I'm misinformed and I don't know better.
Well, I know the Dodgems Arena because it's the appearance in Tui of the Twinklies, which is the source of my avatar. So you originally see the Twinklies in Freeze-Easy Peak in Banjo-Kazooie, but they reappear in Tui as a prize pickup during some minigames.
The Twinklies are so cute. I feel like they really epitomize just that Banjo-Kazooie notion of anything can have eyes and be sentient and need to be saved.
Yeah. They're extremely cute.
I think it's very funny in the speed run for Banjo-Kazooie. The way that the Twinklies work is they don't actually spawn for the guys. I think, what are they, munchers to eat them up or something?
Yeah, Twinkly Munchers.
Twinkly Munchers. They don't spawn unless you are looking at the Twinkly Munchers. So the way that you beat that mini game is you just look away, and all of them get into the tree just from the way it's coded. Very funny.
I should keep that in mind. I had a real problem with that mini game when I played King K. Roller 2, because there's a Freeze-Easy Peak level in that, and they make you do the Twinkly Muncher minigame, but with these awful controls where you're rolling around and jumping is extremely imprecise or very just difficult to be precise with.
Right. Well, if it's a different release, it might be a little coded a little differently. I don't know if it would function in the same way, but
well, the Twinklies were replaced with like Phineas and Ferb characters.
Oh. Of course.
This is a very silly. This is a very silly fan game that I played a few weeks ago.
Gosh, I should go back and look at that. That sounds great.
It's pure pain and agony, but it's amusing to watch, I guess.
Well, hey, if it didn't change too much, yeah, you might be able to get through it that way.
I think they did change a lot, actually, so I don't think that would work. All right, that's the second arena completed. So there's 3 arenas in total. This is the final one, and we're inside a volcano this time. But I'm going to try and block the orange square, because I think that's a good tactic, actually. As long as I can stay ahead of it. Oh! It spawned right on top. No! Bad timing. Terrible. Go away, orange cube. Yes, take that penalty. Unfortunately, you can't go below 0. No.
It's funny to me that they didn't make it a red cube, but I guess when everything is basic shapes, it's a little hard to differentiate the red pickups from the red cube.
Yes. That's it. We've completed Vile Game. Game over.
Vile Game.
Very simple little thing.
I still enjoyed it. I think it's sweet to just take a little aspect of a game like that and kind of do your own spin on it.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff you find on itch, might be someone's first attempt at making a game or just them playing around and experimenting with things. That's why it's always really interesting to search through their database.
Yeah, I appreciate you showing that to me, and I'm sure the rest of chat will appreciate whatever else you have to show them, but I should definitely hop out just because it's about to be 1 a.m. here. So.
Sure, no worries. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And congrats again upon winning the Donkey Kong contest.
Woo!
Super cool. And I hope that the rest of the games are just as enjoyable.
Okay, see you later.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks so much to Julie for joining me there. Since we were talking about itch, I've going to throw in a little plug here. Kathy, my spouse, who has been on stream a few times before, recently published her first game that she made using GB Studio. It's playable on a real Game Boy, so it's distributed as a Game Boy file that you can play in an emulator, or you can play it in the browser on the page for the game. It's called Little Snow, and it's based on Snow White. There's a few different little gameplay phases, puzzles and mazes and things. Very short, very cute. Love it. Cute little thing. Oh, and I also did some pixel art for it, since we were talking before about art. These chickens over here, I drew those. Yeah, everything else was done by her, and she did a great job making little Game Boy sprites. But that's not relevant to Rare, but I mentioned it anyway. Okay, what's next? Okay. Okay, this should be interesting. My next game I found on Game Jolt. It's called Star Vixen, and it's a take on Star Fox, but with some crystal themed content. So a little warning here if you're going to go looking for this game yourself. It does contain a lot of not safe for work material, but I will be showing you only squeaky clean stuff on this stream, okay? So don't have to worry about that. It's by I wrote it down, W.A. the Anim, also known as Walter Albrecht, which you can read on the title screen there. Fally Breen did the art for it, so I'll explain how to play, so I won't go into the how to play menu, but essentially it's a top-down shooter where moving, okay, with WASD, and maybe I should have gone to how to play, actually. I'll just smash some buttons, it's alright. Enter. Alright, that works. So yeah, top-down shooter. We're in a little R-wing, so it's a kind of Star Fox-like setup, but it's just sort of an endless score shooter. But there's a kind of alternate motivation for playing the game, which I'll show you in a bit. Basically, there's like infinite waves of enemies coming down. We have different... I think I have a charge shot. Yeah, we're charging it up in the bottom left. It's gone to max now. When I release it, I have a little wave attack. There's also bombs, but I didn't figure out how to shoot those. There's a number of lives you have and shield, and that can be refilled. Maybe it's shift. No. Whoops. What have I done? I wonder if... Anyway, I really like the music track here, but yeah, it's unclear to me the story of this game. Who am I supposed to be playing as here? But Crystal is definitely involved in the context of this game. I'll show you that in a minute. You could say it's set, around Assault or Command times, when Crystal is a member of the Star Fox team with her own R-Wing. She does have a unique ship in Command sometimes that is modeled after the Cloud Runners of Dinosaur Planet. Ooh, the laser upgrade. Yeah, nice. Oh, we're seeing different background objects now too. These meteors that we cannot destroy. So they're actually obstacles too. Oh! Damn. So it's a simple little game. Just a little shooter. When you're in the menu, you can spend the currency that you earned during gameplay by picking up coins. And by spending it in the gallery, you can unlock images to view. This is the kind of point of the money system. I've seen the first one, and it's I believe safe for work and Little Eyes, but I maybe didn't earn enough money for it. Oh, you got it. I guess it didn't save last time I did that. So buy 1 crystal. Okay, which spent some of my money, and now that should be viewable in the gallery. Okay, there you go. So basically, Fally Breen has made a lot of 3D art of furry characters and so on. Crystal is the subject of a lot of these art pieces, but there's other kind of OCs of Walter and Fally that are included as well. And this is one of the tamer ones. From what I can gather, it gets a bit more steamy as you unlock more art pieces. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. But it is always nice to see Crystal being a part of a Star Fox game, even if perhaps it could be seen as exploitative to have her as a reward in, different poses for playing the game. But anyway, that's fine if that's what you're into. The last thing I'll mention before moving on is that Walter made a follow-up to this game, which is a kind of mashup of Space Invaders and Duck Hunt with a similar gallery unlock feature. So that looks pretty interesting. I do always like mashup type games. I don't know if my chat's broken again, but I haven't got any new messages in a while. Sorry about that. While Julie was here, I guess that distracted me, but yeah, I can't see any current chat notes. That's okay. Maybe people are quiet, that's fine. Not a worry. So, what are we doing? I'm going to finish today with a pair of games that I found on the Crystal Archive. So speaking of Crystal, of course, we played Dinosaur Planet, the Nintendo 64 prototype. Gibbon says, sorry, that's okay. Just was wondering what happened, because sometimes my Twitch chat breaks and I get annoyed about that. But yes, she has been watching. Good. Yeah, so Crystal's a great part of the original Dinosaur Planet game. Her role was reduced highly in the final Star Fox Adventures game, but a lot of fans are very fond of the character. There's a whole website called Crystal Archive where Mr. Crystal has a lot of resources and news about Crystal and projects and fan projects that she's in. It's a really fun, internet fan site shrine in a time when those sorts of things are more and more going away. But one of the things that they like to do is post about fan works involving her. There's some fan-made source mod models or source filmmaker models and things, and mods for the Smash Brothers games to draw her over Fox. But in terms of actual fan games, there's not many. So, but there are a couple by this one creator called NJ Fox. So I'm going to play 2 games now that are sort of early development demos of kind of Star Fox Adventures follow-ups starring Crystal. And that should be pretty cool. Let me see. Just pick the resolution on this Unity thing. Okay, so capture that. So what I'm playing now is Star Fox Adventures 2. And this is another one that maybe is not exactly a demake in terms of the gameplay, but considering it's using a lot of default assets and sorry, I'm just trying to set up some technical. Oops, I turned down the volume knobs and now the game isn't responding. I think I crashed the game. All right, I'll relaunch it. Close the program. All right, I'll just quote something that Mr. Crystal wrote in a post about these games on the Crystal Archive. NJ Fox is using off-the-shelf game engines and teaching himself game development from scratch. So these are really amateur works, so please don't judge them to the standards of, Star Fox Adventures itself or things like that. Okay, hold on a second. Having some problems running this. I just think it's a really fun novelty to have a game starring Crystal as she should be, in a starring role, since she was cruelly shafted in Star Fox Adventures itself. I'm gonna try deleting the data. Yep, okay, and then starting from scratch and seeing if that works better. She should have done in the first place. Yeah, so these are like early tech demos of these of a game made by an inexperienced dev. So in terms of like the fidelity of the gameplay and the systems, you could say that it's a demake in terms of it being of it not having the high budget of a rare GameCube game. That's how I'm justifying it. Basically, I found these games a long time ago and I've been wanting to try them at some point. I'm struggling with the controls a bit here. There's a lot of like, it's got controller support, which is nice. So there's camera controls you can do, and I'm trying to just get around this thing. Okay, cool. There we go. This is Star Fox Adventures 2. It's kind of an early demo for a fan sequel to Star Fox Adventures. Starring Crystal, the plot is that she went back to Dinosaur Planet in her R-Wing, but she crashed it, as we saw in the intro briefly. And the game goal is to find 6 R-Wing parts that are scattered around Cape Claw so that we can repair it and go home. And yeah, we've seen some Krazoa here. We Krazoa have observed this world since we arrived and saw promise in its dark matter. It was here where Project Dinosaur Planet began. That's true lore. Their powers come from the manipulation of dark matter, according to the Dinosaur Planet lore. Okay. Yes. Oh. I pressed down on the D-pad and it spawned me out here. I don't know if that was... I don't really know what's going on in this game, but here's the crashed R-Wing. Crystal has a cool jump. I did a kind of backflip there. I don't know how that worked, but I have sort of backward rolls, I guess, if I'm holding back on the control stick. Similar to the dodge mechanic during combat that you have in the original game. Gibbon says, yeah, very choppy animation. Well, yeah, like I say, it's, yeah, somebody who's doesn't have that much experience with making games, but I admire the ambition of it. I admire the premise of it. So I'm keen to see just how far they take it. Cloud Runner. Crystal, are you okay? Remember, if you get lost, come talk to us dinosaurs. Watch out for searchlights. Crystal, it's you, our planet's... Crystal, it's you. Our planet's being overrun by monkeys. They're looking for you. Your metal bird is in a bad way. You need to find its missing parts to get it flying again. So yeah, these dinosaurs, I guess, don't understand technology. Scales had some pretty advanced stuff, but I think the implication was that he was getting that from Andros, or in the original game from Dracor. Have you ever tried a dolphin jump? Press the space key or B button while swimming. Make sure you have a good run at where you want to go. That's really cool, having these cloud runners around, chatting to them. Love that. I see something shiny in those trees. Oh, Crystal, you should go to the Cloud Runner Fortress southeast of here. You'll be safe there. So yeah, it's actually a large open world too, which is interesting considering how kind of enclosed a lot of the areas in Star Fox Adventures were. We also have a compass down there, so if we want to go to, what was it, southeast? Southeast. That'll be down that way, I think, as long as that's pointing north. So yeah, interestingly, the plot here seems to be that Andros's forces have pursued me here Since... Or not Andros, because he died for real at the end of Adventures, so it's the Venomian remnant, I suppose, of Andros's forces, who were being led at this time by Andrew, I guess. Yeah, because you meet him in Assault, and he's kind of the wannabe commander of the leftover Venom fleet. Anyway, these ships over here, that's really cool. You can see that they're kind of reused from Lilac Wars, kind of the battleships that were in the Area 6 level. What can we do? So we were just attacked by a bunch of sharp claws that came out of nowhere. They kind of took care of themselves, so I don't know what's going on there. But, oh, I recognize that texture from Star Fox Adventures. Oh, what have I got? A bit of gold. Can I maybe click on some of these? No. I'm not 100% sure of all the controls, so yeah, a bit of fumbling around, unfortunately, but yeah, I do like this whole open world thing. So the dolphin jump, spacebar? Yeah, I guess it's just jumping out of water. No unique animation for it at this stage, but this is actually quite a large world to explore, and there's all these different kind of events happening, or sort of, you know, you see the ships attacking different places and these structures are on fire because of it. So there's all this like world building happening as well, which is cool. And we've met the Earthwalkers, who have very charming little low poly 3D models here. Our king was taken north to Dark Ice Mines. You want to get there? Talk to Sleepy Bruce. Oh, what accent did the Earthwalkers have? I don't remember. I'm going to go with Scottish. No, wait, that was the swap stone. You can't wake Sleepy Bruce without a grub tub. Try catching one. I will do that. Beware the trail through the ice mountain to the north. A monster hides in the ice. You can't put out the fires without the power of ice. Yeah, so there's staff powers, magic and stuff. I don't know how much of it is fully implemented yet, but yeah, there's obviously a lot of mechanics here in play. So the grub tubs are the little mushrooms, right? If I remember right. So we've got one now. Lovely. I'm going to feed those to Sleepy Bruce, I guess. Wherever he is. Oh, and magic plants too. Nice. I'm getting a lot more sound in the right ear. Oh, now it's in the left ear. Okay. Some audio separation there. So yeah, I just feel like roaming around and seeing what I can find. Ooh, what's that? Some kind of token. Ooh, is that a spellstone? I think that might be a spellstone. Oh no! Got it. Oh yeah, a little bit of a Krazoa sound clip there. Yeah, these trees are poking out of the ground a little bit. Oh well. So if you want to check out these games, they're linked from Crystal Archive blog posts to a Google Drive download. There are a few different versions of this one. So as NJ Fox continued development, they kept distributing builds of it. So there's a couple of posts about it on the Crystal Archive. Oh, okay. So the test gives us a race through some rings apparently, but it doesn't last very long. I'm going to try and jump into the water before that goes away. Maybe it's despawning since I'm on land. Nope, it just goes away too quickly. Oh well. Gibbon says, oh my goodness, the compass is an object in the world and clips into the geometry. Yeah, as you can see there. It's halfway into the hill. There must be a button to bring up a larger map, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to try hitting some keyboard keys here. Oh, that's... Can I click that? Aha! So now... Oh, it's a bit messy. This kind of reminds me of Giant's Citizen Kabuto, actually. Oh my gosh. A bunch of other models have spawned on top of me. How do I close this menu? How did I bring it up? I don't know how to leave this. Oh, quit. Oh, quit. That quits the game, not the menu. Oh well. Can I continue or will that crash the game? It does take a little while to load, so once you've hit that button, just let it process. As it loads in the world again. I don't think I made much progress, so I don't know what it's got to save. Yeah, it's put me back on the plateau. So actually what I want to do is... Oops. Yeah, I want to read the help in the menu. Okay, there we go. Backspace, C to pause, X for item, Z for start. Okay. C, X, Z, apart from the other controls, which I already know. Okay, no worries. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to block this bot in the chat. There we go. Banned, buddy. Yeah, that'll learn you. How do I get back to the chat now? What? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's covering the screen. Oh, there it is. Okay. The X button was hidden or something. Okay, cool. Do. That's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, so on the map we can see our crashed R-wing. We can see some other stuff. We can also see that the geometry kind of ends at a certain point. Ooh, so there's Cloudrunner Fortress. Cool. How do we get there, though? I'll try climbing the hill from the water, I guess. Cool, thanks, Gibbon. Help me out if any bots invade us. What was the other stream? Oh! What the heck? Oh, I must have found an alcove. Or the Krazoa Temple. A secret warp. I don't know. This is when my game started. Yeah, so I've heard this spiel already. Yeah, I know. How can I stop you talking, please? Oh, okay. Fine. I'll try again to get out there. I'll also experiment with some of my buttons here. Yeah, I haven't really gotten anything yet. Oh no! I've opened this menu and I can't leave it. Again. Oh! I can leave it by pressing select on my controller. That's good to know. So I wonder if at some point you learn how to fight back against those ships. That would be cool. But it is jarring seeing them attacking a dinosaur planet like this, you know. Kind of reminds me of Assault, where there is a mission where the Aporoids go to Sauria and attack. And you revisit it and you meet Tricky, who's grown up now. It's all very cool stuff. I think... even in this game, you meet an older Tricky and can even ride him at some point. Judging by trailers and screenshots I've seen. But I don't think I'm going to get very far in this, judging by my progress. And I do want to show the other one as well. Gibbon has been watching wrestling, which she does with friends every week. That's cool. Is this AEW? My brother showed me a clip from AEW the other day. Looks like some fun... jaunts and japes. Yeah, AEW. Yeah, a lot of wrestling fans have kind of migrated away from WWE for a multitude of reasons. AEW seems like a good alternative, from what I've heard. Okay, we've climbed into Cloudrunner Fortress. Something happened at the walled city far to the northwest. Next time I talk to an Earthwalker, I'll try and do the Tricky voice, Kev Bayless's Prince Tricky voice. I'm a little bit stuck on this Cloud Runner model, but I'm making some progress by repeatedly jumping. There we go. Lovely. Hello. Stay away from Dragon Rock to the north. It's too dangerous. What's this now? It's a little Sputnik. I'll take that. Found an R-Wing pod. Oh, nice. It's one of the 6 that we need. Or 5? 6. That metal thing fell out of the sky not long ago. Maybe you could use it. I saw 2 others hit the ocean force point northwest and Dragon Rock to the north. So we got some hints of where to go next. You need firepower to open yellow gates. Well, I don't have firepower. What are these, dumplings? Looks tasty. Oh, now I want dumplings. Princess Kite was captured by Sharpclaw and taken to their flying galleon far to the west. You need to fly to go after them. Yeah, Kite is also a companion in the same way Tricky is in this game, and I've seen also screenshots of you riding a grown-up or like a larger Cloud Runner, so that might be a grown-up Kite, which would be really cool. Some continuity since the last time we saw her. She was a very small Cloud Runner in a cage. She was, of course, a much greater presence in Dinosaur Planet as the full-time companion of Crystal. So yeah, great to revisit all these aspects of the game and change the context, flesh them out a bit in different ways. All part of the ambition of this game. So while, you know, the technical aspects of this might not be all there yet, I really admire the scope of what they're trying to do here and the ambition. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of Dinosaur Planet, so... that's a pretty cool Sharpclaw, I gotta say. Hello, buddy. Die? Fight! Yeah, cool. Simple combat, but, you know, like a lot of stuff about this game. Simplified mechanics is the watchword. And you kind of see the trade-offs with having an open world. Individual areas aren't as detailed, but it is really interesting to be able to just have a huge island to roam around that's just all here at once. Yeah, that's well said, Gibbon. She says, this actually doesn't seem that bad as a rough start on things. Yeah, totally. I'm not sure whether NJ Fox has been continuing work on these or moved on to something else, but yeah, it is nice to see at least the start on this. So that's the galleon, General Scales' old galleon. Maybe I can do something on that structure over there. Oh, but first, let's talk to these... Oh, what were the little guys called again? These theropod type dinosaurs. Lightfoots. Yeah, Lightfoot Village. Oh! They're hostile, apparently. That's bad. I think the top bar that's not coloured in, but has been reduced now. That must be my health. I think maybe the green rectangle... Oh no, because I picked up a grub tub before and that filled it in on the red rectangle, so that's just an item menu. That must be the magic menu, but I haven't unlocked anything yet. And yeah, I can't get there apparently. Okay, well, I've met the 3 different tribes of dinosaurs plus the sharp claws. I've got 1 R-Wing part, and I've seen a lot of cool stuff around here. So I might move on now, considering the time, to check out the next work that NJ Fox did after this. Okay, I can talk to the ones that are in the huts. That's cool. Bomb spores make great gunpowder. Could you find me 9 of them? Well, I could, but I'm not going to. Yeah, so I can talk to the villagers around here. That's cool. Oops. Fell in the swamp. Can I climb a ladder? Sort of. I think I can. Look out for 4 gold bars. I need them for jewelry. I did find 1. So there you go. Some fetch quests. Go away, the other text box, please. Oh, here's another spellstone, which opens a new Krazoa test. I don't know what it is, though. Maybe it's to push this Lightfoot off the roof, because they seem to be running at me. Is that the best you got? Try again. I think I won and then I lost by falling off immediately afterwards. So yeah, I think that was a bit of a test of sumo skills. Well, what a cool game. Yeah, alright. So I'm going to stop this one and try out NJ Fox's other game, Star Fox Adventures 0. So that was a sequel. So we're going to now play a prequel to Dinosaur Planet. Again, starring Crystal, because, of course. Why would you not want a game starring Crystal? Oh, it didn't open the Unity menu. So, yeah, okay, it's capturing it fine. Let me know if that audio balance is okay. So this might be the story of how Crystal originally came to Dinosaur Planet from Serenia, because of course her planet was destroyed. Star Fox Adventure 0, Crystal's story, and they've used the Zero graphic from Star Fox Zero and Wii U, one of the worst games I've ever played. Just kidding. It was really bad though. Anyway, okay.
Try me.
Okay. Alright, so we've already met Kite apparently. The view is much closer behind the back. This feels a lot more like what Star Fox Adventures is like, and you can see a lot more detail in the environments now. It's actually more like how Star Fox Adventures does it in that trade-off way I was talking about before. More closed-in environment, but higher detail. So we have Thorntails here. What can we do with our actions? Okay, I've got jump, I've got block, I've got attack, and I've got something else that I maybe pick up or interact. Oh, are you okay, buddy? Gibbon says, my goodness, there's a lot going on in this area. Indeed, yeah, it's a lot denser with interactables and stuff than the previous game. So Kite had an exclamation mark, but I don't yet know how to talk or interact. In the other game, you just walked up to people and then a text box would appear. But since we're in Thorntail Hollow, why don't we try and go find Shabunga, eh? That'll be interesting. Shabunga is a highlight of anyone's playthrough of Dinosaur Planet. Out of the way, bucko. So that's that other building off to the side. This is the main structure. Bit of rogue water there. So yeah, this is, I guess, ostensibly a younger Crystal, but she looks pretty similar to how you would see her later. The outfit's a little different though. There's a camera control button, but the Thorntail is in the way. Okay, this just makes it rotate, I guess. I just wanted to see what Crystal's design looks like from the front in this version. Yeah, pretty similar still. But she's got a nice like backpack on now. I guess that's taken from Fox's backpack in Star Fox Adventures, right? He had a little pack on back there. Oops, that hurts. No, stop. Okay, I can't attack that mushroom. Just taking a bunch of damage. Wow, yeah, there's a lot going on here. So, waterfall. Haven't figured out how to interact with anyone, but there is that time bar in the bottom, which reminds me that maybe one of the functions of this game was the day-night cycle, like what Dinosaur Planet had. The Thorntails would sleep at night, and then you could interact with them at daytime. I think the sound and animations are just catching up to all the button presses I did while I was stuck in the mushroom damage before, so just ignore that. Finding some sharp claws up here. Are you going to attack me, buddy? Yeah, fight! Fight! Oh no, I died. Oh well. Let's start again. Shubunga's shop is closed off. Where else can I go? Let's go this way this time. Oops. So, Star Fox Adventures 2 was reported on in 2017. This one, Zero, was reported on in 2019. So, clearly NJ Fox kind of maybe scrapped 2 or just put it aside to work on this for a bit. Oh, we need a bomb spore to break this wall down, eh? Oh, I could jump over it. So is this Moon Mountain Pass? Lovely. I don't fancy my chances jumping over that lava, so I'm going to walk this way. Oops. Those things hurt a lot. Oh no, that effect probably means that there's wind flowing up from there, right? Yeah. But there's a fuel cell over here, which has done something for me, I'm sure. Okay. I can float on the wind. Understandable. So, you know, it's still a little buggy and stuff, but that's okay. Again, it's an amateur work. Whoa! That wind didn't grab me as much as I thought it would. Oh no, am I stuck down here? I wonder if I can go in this hole. Collision detection is a little bit wonky. Oops. Yep. You don't fall in the lava and get away with it, do you? Not many games where that's just an option. Let's try this way one more time. And then we might wrap it up for the day. And wrap it up for the whole rare related games stream series, which went for a lot longer than I expected, to be honest. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed doing it. I've really loved experiencing these new, more obscure, rare games, rare fan games, finding all these interesting games to play and talk about. It's been a real great journey. And thanks for coming on that journey with me, you know? It's been really cool. So yeah, I set out to show just how wide a catalogue Rare has, and then ended up showing a lot of how dedicated the fan community is and how talented at creating new experiences with the toys from Rare's Toy Box. And yeah, it let me express one of my primary fandoms as well, because I've always been a huge Rare fan, ever since I first played Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo. And then we had a bunch of their 64 output too. Oh, we had Country 3 as well, of course. The second best game of all time. Let's try and sneak past these sharp claws this time, because this seems like the only way I can really go. Unlike Star Fox Adventures 2, which is very wide open, this one's a bit more prescribed. Oh, but a barred gate. I don't know if I can get through here. Alright, we might wrap it up there. Hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah. I think I've said my piece. This has been really exciting, and yeah, look forward to what comes next. Playing some other kinds of games. To be honest, even though I love the Rare games so much, it'll be nice to have a break from them and get some other kinds of experiences as well. In fact, I think next week I'm going to play the Castlevania Resurrection prototype for Dreamcast that was leaked a while back. So pretty similar kind of situation to Dinosaur Planet, except that game never actually came out in any form. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to return to? Nope. I think I'm good. Yeah, so you can find links to all the games that I played today in the description of the YouTube archive. And yeah, let me know what you thought of them. Play them. Give the creators a shout out, which is something I always forget to do and probably should do more often. If I really enjoy something, go leave a comment on the itch.io or something. Anyway, that'll do it. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I love you all, and stay safe. Goodbye.